is my button to start the live stream? Excuse me. All right, looks like we're streaming and we are just hit the live stream button just right now. So we're ready to go. Just waiting a few seconds for everything to start up here and then we are ready to go. So welcome back to another episode of Box Mining, guys. We have a packed episode today. This morning was super busy because I was involved in a lot of crazy chat stuff that's going on, stuff popping left, right, and center. So what we're going to talk about today, we got the news update. So yeah, whatever happened this weekend, and a lot of it relates to Elon Musk. He's been taking a liking to crypto recently. We'll take a look at his tweets, his latest tweets, and where this can go from there. We also have some warnings and updates. So if you've ordered a ledger, this is very unfortunate. If you ordered a ledger, unfortunately, there was a breach in the ledger database containing people's emails and their addresses, the shipping addresses. So that's something that you need to be very careful of. Now there's going to be, this is a warning. If you ordered from Ledger, unfortunately, it may have been the case that your email has been leaked and there's some crazy stuff going on there. We'll cover that in a lot of detail. So that's the unfortunate part you got to watch out for. We're going to take a look at the cryptocurrency markets as well. It's been going bananas. It's been going great. So even though Bitcoin hasn't moved up a lot, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they've been staying relatively stable. But when that happens, the mice come out to play. The big cats are sleeping. The mice come out to play. We've got the graph moving like ape shit bananas. We've got Dogecoin just after Elon's tweet, just like popped like that. Near protocol, Bitcoin Cash even, what? Binance coin as well moving up. So yeah, today there's been quite a lot of movement on the graph. We'll talk about the graph as well. Everyone was requesting the graph, and this really symbolizes the current state, right? So just before we start, just like, oh, it's kind of funny, right? So last session on Friday, we're talking about the graph. There's so many requests. We talk about the graph, talk about the graph, talk about the graph. Well, what is the graph? And to be honest, I knew what the graph was, but because I didn't get into the pre-sale, I was like, you know what? Let me just put it behind me. But after the stream, because there's so much excitement, you know what? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just throw some money into the graph, and then look what's happening today. It popped like 2.5x. Like that's the altcoin season for you guys, right? So yeah, we're kind of at the start of that craze for the altcoin season, starting off of the graph, which pushed up. If you look at the altcoins, the graph pushed up every coin kind of relating to services around graph. So we have API 3 being popped up, Parsec also being popped up. Anything that is like graph is getting pushed up this weekend. So I was like, it was an absolute craze, right? And we'll talk about the altcoin market today. So that's kind of the agenda today. We also have farming. There's a lot of farming going on. Farming's back, baby. There is so much going on. Like that's what I spent most of my last week and this weekend on, which is making sure that my farms are they're generating profit, to say the very least. So it's not the most ambitious. So I've set up my farm, so it's not the most ambitious, but I want to be safer side. So whilst they're there, I'm just gonna leave my farms there. So we got Wing, we got Badger, we got some crazy stabilize going on. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about farming. I'm just leaving those farms there so I can get some passive income, get some Christmas presents out of the way with that. And then, it doesn't have to be so much micromanaging, and then I can focus on the crazy altcoin stuff that's going on. And the altcoin space is like, that's a focus right now. That's a focus. So anyways, guys, that's my take. Let's go. Let's get started. Guys, if you're just coming here, smash up that like button. Smash up the like button. All right, smash up the like button. It really does help the channel. Also, I want to give two big shout outs. First of all, Troy, welcome to mini whale status. Congrats, Troy. Congrats on making it to mini whale. Thank you so much for first and foremost for joining mini whale on this channel. It's for people who are generous. And Troy, congrats. I'm sure this recent market is doing well, so good job there. We got Koi Loy as well, Koi Law as well. Welcome to Team Crypto, guys. Joining Team Crypto only costs you $2. It does help support this channel. It also gives you a super smiley face on um, on your profile down there. I don't even know why I'm promoting it sometimes because like I'm farming way more than the money I get from this. But it builds a community. That's what the money is used for, building community. We're using it to pay off some bills from like Telegram and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for joining that, and we'll give you some cool stuff coming up soon as well. But anyways, let's get started. All right, let's take a look at the market first and foremost. So Bitcoin, Ethereum hasn't moved too much. I mean, it's got a crazy week. During the weekday, it was insane, right? So if you remember the weekday last week, we got 74% on Bitcoin. That's insanity. 10% on ETH, 10% on XRP in the last 7 days. So obviously it's been moving up. The weekend, kind of interesting is that the weekend, it didn't drop as well. I think that's the kind of key point to remember here. So whilst we didn't move up aggressively during the weekend, it didn't really drop. And sometimes like back in the 2017 days, like back in the war days, I will tell a war story. Weekends were the most dangerous. Like back in the day, you'll be like, sometimes you'll be hitting like a 10%, 20% drop over the weekend. I was making videos. I still remember because I make those videos saying, hey guys, it's just a weekend dip, guys. It happens all the time. Not sure if that's gonna come back or not. It happened 3 years ago. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen this wave, but it does have to deal with trading habits. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy that we're up here. And like I said before, when Bitcoin and Ethereum doesn't move too much, the altcoins come out and play. I'll talk a little bit about altcoins. My take on this, right? So I'll give you guys a small take. In fact, I'm gonna bring up TradingView here. I think a lot of people are interested in what my take on this is. So I still think there's a lot of room to grow. Let's be honest here. I think we're just at the start of this market. I think 2021 will be the year of Bitcoin and a year of Ethereum. Reason being is I feel like this year has been the year of like trashing fiat, right? If you think about it, look at this year as a story. If you look at this year as a story, Bitcoin has an insane rise. All the stock market has an insane rise. Why? Because fiat sucks, right? So that's kind of the story this year, right? So people did just, if you look at this year, the coronavirus hit, bam, we had this major fall in Bitcoin after people were scared and they realized, oh shit, we need a currency that is kind of immune to this current crisis, these hard times that we're having right here. So people needed that, and boom, right? That's why we see Bitcoin just pumping and moving up. So that's because people were trashing fiat. If you look at like Tesla stock, same story over there, right? People needed some way to get the hell out of fiat. And now this year, what the next year, 2021, is shaping up towards is where people start identifying the power of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And we've seen that with Elon Musk, but I think that's not the whole story. That's going to actually grow from that point onward. So I feel like that's where we're going to shatter some walls here. So right now, in terms of kind of the supports and resistances, we definitely see that there is definitely some solid sells at around 24K. So moving that bar up a little bit, it seems like it's been touched once and twice, but yet again, we got rejected on 24K on the 20th of December. So on 20th of December, we tried to break out, we tried to go for it. Yeah, the market's like, no. Bitcoin, you gotta chill a little bit. You gotta chill a little bit downwards and then see what's. So we almost had some 24K magic, but it wasn't there yet. So we're fast approaching that though. So right now we're actually very, very fastly approaching 24K magic, and then trying to test that kind of resistance to see if we can break it. So it's very exciting times. I definitely see that next few days will be quite turbulent. I just want to remind you guys that there are holidays coming up very, very soon. I'm just sorry for drawing that weird arrow, but holidays coming up, right? We've got Christmas here. We saw last time that during the turkey days during Thanksgiving, there were a few drops at around that time where trade volumes becomes a little bit thin and people start testing to see how much leverage people have on the market. So that's one thing I will be watchful of. So during the holidays, it's coming up. We've got like what, 4 days, really? 4 days? Today's the 21st already? Yeah, but 21st in Hong Kong. So we got 4 days until Christmas. So that's a period where I'll be extra careful. I will not be taking leverage positions at this time, just in case there's any sudden movements up or down that liquidates a position. So just be aware that the trading volume gets a little bit thin around the weekends. And sometimes what happens when the trading volume is very thin is that we have like these arrows that go down. Like say what happens is like, oh, if the market falls a little bit, it causes a cascading reaction, which causes everything to dip, and then the market instantly recovers afterwards. So just be careful. We can, it's coming, guys. It's coming. The volatility is coming, which is good for some people, not good for everyone else. So just be careful around those days. So I'm being careful here. I'm more strategic on my positioning, but I have not sold any Bitcoin or Ethereum. In fact, I re-entered Ethereum during around 640. So yeah, I'm very, very bullish right now, because right now it just seems like to be the case where the setup is just perfect for it. We've been saying that for the entire year. In fact, I've been preaching that since since the whole coronavirus thing. I was telling everyone, yo, you guys, you're like, this world setup is perfect for crypto. Unfortunately, like the world's going to go to burn, but crypto is a way to leave this world, right? To leave those troubles behind. So looking at Ethereum, same, very, very similar story here. We got this. We something that's very interesting right now is that recently, like, we have a local point of resistance here. So it seems like, sorry, not resistance, support here. So we have support around 630. It's actually pretty good. Like I think people were expecting Ethereum pullbacks at a certain point, but not really, not very strong. So yet again, yeah, this is why, like, especially with the developments around ETH, I think ETH has a lot of promise. That's my current take on it, because ETH, there's so much development in the DeFi scene. The DeFi scene is coming back up again. Everyone's taking notice of DeFi. Altcoins are very much based on Ethereum, and then when altcoins move, ETH almost always moves up with it too. So that's why, yet again, I'm taking those Ethereum positions at those current points. All right, so what drove this? What was kind of on the weekend that caused everything to move up? We got the biggest thing. Elon Musk was tweeting, me trying to live a normal, productive life in Bitcoin, right? I don't know how Elon comes up with these memes, right? But it's very clear from that tweet around 18 hours ago that Elon was heavily looking at Bitcoin. I want to follow this conversation up as well. I mean, everyone started that people started liking this. Like, you guys see 320k likes. He's getting all those Elon fans, right? We know Elon Musk. He like all those Tesla maniacs. They're now starting to understand Bitcoin as well, right? With Elon tweeting this. So we got Michael Saylor commenting on this. This is kind of interesting. So say if you want to do your shareholders of 100 billion a favor, convert your Tesla balance sheet from USDC to BTC. Other firms on the S&P 500 will follow your lead, and in time it will become a 1 trillion favor. And then it's kind of interesting. Elon immediately replied up here and says, "Are such large transactions even possible?" And then there was actually a reply here too. You can actually see the replies, and SBF is like, "Yep, you betcha. You betcha it is." And that's kind of the crazy part about Bitcoin, right? I think like I talked to Bitcoin to a lot of my friends, and they're like, "Oh, I want to buy $10,000 of Bitcoin. Is there even enough for liquidity?" Dude, billions, okay? Billions. Even like SBF will personally handle, Sam Bankman-Fried will personally handle Elon's $100 billion favor if need be, right? Like crypto has especially Bitcoin has a huge amount of liquidity. Not even just Bitcoin, but like we're looking at the graph. The graph had like $1 billion of trade volume on this weekend, and it's like a altcoin, right? So talk about the main objectives here. We got Peter Schiff jumping on this, like, "Elon, don't fall for this con. Michael, like all involved in Bitcoin pyramid scheme must recruit new buyers into the scheme to keep keep it going. Do leave Tesla shareholders holding the same bag as MicroStrategy shareholders. I mean, dude, this guy, how does this guy even have reputation at this point, right? How does this guy even have followers? Like, he's like consistently wrong. Like, come on. Like, you've been telling people, like, this is I just want to punch that guy in the face, man. Like, if like the worst part, I think why I'm emotionally involved in this, because I did listen to people like him, right? 2012, I did listen to idiots like him. Oh, Bitcoin $10 is going to go to zero. Think about it. It had no value before. It pumped 1,000%. It's going back down to zero. Come on. So dumb. Schiff is the devil. Now, it's not really the point of the devil. I think he's just wrong. Like, people like this year, or something I've learned this year, is people who are wrong, they can't face it. They have cognitive dissonance, right? They cannot compute that they are wrong, even though all the evidence supports the idea that they're wrong. Like, if he actually bought Bitcoin when he told people to sell it, he would have made millions of dollars by now, right? But his brain can't compute. It's like, oh no, I don't want to do the math to say how wrong I was, how much money I would have made if I bought Bitcoin. This is, cognitive dissonance, right? Like, they got to keep digging that hole. Like, they cannot compute this, so then they'll keep saying random stuff that contradicts what's happening in the real world, right? The real world evidence is pointing to the fact that Bitcoin is an exit to this current chaos that's happening in 2020. Oh my God. Okay, so let's take a look at everything else. So that was the conversation. Oh, by the way, the newest updates on the Elon stuff is that Elon's tweeting about Dogecoin. Like, he's going like, oh, Bitcoin is just as bad as fiat. Let's go for Bitcoin. Let's go for Dogecoin. I don't know. Like, he's kind of crazy too. So anyways, that's a recent follow-up on that. Okay, so we have some rumors of, there's some from FUD that came in last week. Rumors, US wallet restrictions. You know my take on this. It depends on how they implement it. It seems like the U.S. Exchanges will be affected the most, because they have to do it. They have to comply with everything. So Coinbase was very adamant about this new upcoming restriction, that they don't like it. But the biggest problem is, how are you going to enforce it? The problem is the enforcement of this would be literally impossible, right? I think they're going to enforce it. So what is this? They don't like software wallets, right? They don't like self-custody. That seems to be the biggest problem. And they might target new exchanges that take on cryptocurrencies over a certain amount if they come from a self-custody wallet. So we'll have to see how this goes, but feels weak. All right. I thought this was interesting. Kickstarter. NFTs are the new way for indie games to fundraise. So we saw this with Rev, we saw this with Sandbox, we saw this with other games. It does seem like a way to raise niche games. I think like this is where indie comes in, right? Right now, a lot of the games that use trading, I'll talk a lot more about trading because I have a game design background. So for major titles, it's very, very hard for them to implement crypto for two reasons, right? One is because they just plain don't need it. I think this is the biggest reason no one in crypto is talking about, which is that they don't need it. Fortnite, Blizzard's games, Hearthstone, they're games built around not trading. They explicitly ban trading for a reason, which is to increase the revenue. It's like, at the end of the day, revenue is king, right? They need to generate more money, especially free-to-play games. So I feel like I get super angry when a lot of people, especially NFT scene, they say that big games are going to adopt crypto. Not at this current point, but this is where indie comes in, right? Independent games, the ones that are more niche, they target and they design a game around trading. We saw that with Crypto Cuties, Blockchain Kitties. Like, these are very small games. In terms of the gameplay, there's not much, but people love it. There's a lot of money here. So that's where it's at. That's where it's at, guys. Next up, we have a launch token coming up. We have DuckDAO. The Duck token is coming up. The farming is coming up today. It's releasing today. Is what I'm getting excited for. So quick shout out to DuckDAO community. They're being crazy phenomenal. Their coin is just doing like bananas right now. It's like, I looked at it. The DuckDAO dime was just doing crazy. And it's one of those situations where a lot of people were asking me, okay, look, I joined DuckDAO around 3 months ago. What do I think? And initially I was like, you know what? let me give these guys a try, but they are active AF. And that was when like I kind of accumulated, and holy crap, this is becoming the first 10x of this season for me at the very least. It just blew the hell up over this weekend. So what is DuckDAO Dime? So just kind of explain what this is and what the Duck launch is, and because it's a separate project. So first and foremost, DuckDAO Dime is the community for the DuckDAO incubator. So this is where you get to join the community to get to take part of new projects that they are incubating. So if you look at the projects that they are incubating, Pools is coming up, Bondly, it was good. Base, Geek, DeFi, Pi, Fuse, all of these projects did phenomenally well. So you get to participate if you hold the DuckDAO Dime, and also you get to participate in chat discussions. So I would say, chat discussions, very, very much worth your time and effort to figure out what's the heat on a certain coin. I mean, that's one of the most valuable assets, and that's why you get the DuckDAO Dime, you get to participate both in the sales and into the discussion groups too. Now, the new coin that's coming up is called the Duck Liquidity Pools. In essence, it's a multifunctional coin, and yes, I did full disclosure, I did invest into this very early on. And what it does is that it provides, it's a coin that was raised capital to invest into market making for the new tokens that are being incubated on DuckDAO. But this coin also has additional benefits for the NFT game and for everything else in the whole ecosystem. In terms of what they have right now, so the coin is designed around farming. So it's designed so that if you hold DuckDAO Dime, which kind of ties everything together. So if you hold DuckDAO Dime, you can start farming the Duck token. So this is why also, in very many ways, it's also moving up, because people are anticipating the launch of Duck and they want to farm it. But note, of course, that if you are farming this, right, if you're farming it, the farming is designed in a way that it encourages long-term holders. And this is very, very key here. So only participate this if you believe in the system, which I do. So that's for me a check. But one thing to note is that when you do farm the Duck token, you're going to get this for free, but you're going to permanently lock your DuckDAO Dime. You're going to lock your DDIM into the pool, and it will not come out. So this is very important note. So it's really about determination. If you're determined to farm it, you get these coins, Duck tokens for free. If you don't, well, yeah, that's not for you, but it's for all the pros that know what they're doing right now at this current point. But the reason why they do this is because they have a deflationary effect on the Duck token. It gives the Duck token a lot more use case because you have only committed people who are buying it, which is super important, right? You have people who believe in it, that are buying it. They're not just merely speculating on it. And this is one of the kind of like when I was talking with the project about this, when I was talking to the DuckDAO guys about this, we wanted committed people. That was the design. We wanted people who are committed to this and know what they're doing. Otherwise, well, we're not giving out free coins for nothing, right? So that's kind of key here. So anyway, so I looked at this side of it, the farming aspect of it. So people who can farm it, people can also just buy out the market. It's going to be crazy launch today. Now, so looking at the comments, we got talk about Badger, we got talk about DuckDAO die. Poor people who didn't get into DuckDAO. DuckDAO is just insane, man. All right. Okay, taking a look at more news. Let me just go through the news as fast as possible. So this is kind of key, right? So hacked ledger database dumped on Raid forums. So people saw this database, and this has been released everywhere. So what's the core behind this? So the data was stolen all the way back in June 2020. So if you ordered a ledger prior to 2020, then there's a case that the hackers got access to your email and your address, right? This is like horrific. And like, I don't know how this happened. Previously, because it happened in June, previously it was circulated around some smaller hacker groups, fine, right? It's like small numbers of people have it. But now because it's posted on Raid forums, and I think it was for free, so people are downloading this like mad. So just be very careful, guys. So the key now is to be very careful. You have to be super careful in crypto. So yes, a few things, right? First and foremost, the ledger itself is not broken, right? All the technology that keeps your cryptocurrency safe, that's not broken. The ledger is fine, and I use ledger. There's like, I'm not gonna stop using ledger, right? None of the software, none of the device problems are problematic. But the issue here is your address, right? So because it ties your email and your address, just be watchful for ledger fixes or ledger repairs. There's no need to repair your crypto. There's no need to fix anything. What you're getting right now are phishing emails. People are tempting you to scam you because they have your email somewhere, right? So this is what you have to watch out for. So it's not about the ledger itself. It has nothing to do with the ledger. The ledger is safe. There's no problem with that. But it has to do with your email and your address, right? These two things are super powerful. Some hackers can send you emails and say, yo, your cryptocurrencies are being hacked. Go log on this now and connect your ledger and download this. Then you're screwed. Okay, don't do that. Do not do any of that, right? Don't click on any links that's sent to you by email telling you your ledger's hacked. That is a scam, right? This crypto is filled with scams. This weekend, I've also spent some time dealing with just scammers and imposters. And I just want to say this now. Dude, guys, verify identity. Some people are just sending these scammers money and it's like, holy crap, why? All right. Like people can fake emails, they can spoof emails, they can pretend that emails coming from another location. Please, guys, please do your proper research. This is where you do not want to degenerate, right? If you want to be a total degenerate, this is not the place to be. You have to be smart here. Don't download anything that you're not supposed to. Don't click on any links you're not supposed to. Keep that key, all right? I cannot emphasize that enough. On that note as well, Ledger users threaten legal actions after a hacker dumps personal data. So it seems like people are super angry. They just want to freaking attack Ledger for that. And I think, dude, they need some compensation for sure, man. Holy crap, leaking people's personal address. Oh my God. Oh my God, just be careful, guys. Be careful. All right, next up, we got just some funny articles I saw. We got early Bitcoin dev misses out on 1.3 billion after selling too soon. Sucks to be, but obviously they have like, this is like a clickbait title. I got baited. Obviously this guy has a lot of Bitcoin. He just sold a little bit too early. It's stupid. Whatever. All right, taking a look at cryptocurrency news as well. So everyone's talking about, this is the Reddit/cryptocurrency. Everyone's talking about data breach. Right now, there's some dumps on it too. I saw this morning. People were dumping the database there. I would say, guys, just be very careful. All right. I saw a lot of files being circulated. People wanted to check if you're on the list or not. I would say don't do it if it's a raw file, right? I saw people sending out these raw files and I'm like, nope, I'm not opening that on my computer. Like, that needs to be quarantined ASAP. All right. Like these files, don't download random files on the internet. Even if you're concerned, right? There's nothing you can do about it now. Even if you're concerned, stop downloading like raw files. Be smart, right? Be smart here. New FinCEN proposed rules has been released. So, this is the one that they're reading through, and yeah, it's pretty disastrous. So we have to follow this. Yeah, I'll follow this soon. Apparently this is good news. I just read the end about this. This is definitely a Monero show talking about this. And this is where kind of the anonymous coins comes in, right? Absolutely. Go Monero. But anyways, it's how I read news now. Like I'm like, what's the motivation? That's a Monero show. Okay, that's great. Cool. Thanks. Now I know. Okay, so Dogecoins tweeted. Elon's tweet sent Doge going up 25%. Elon's just trolling like a crazy guy right now. Yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it so far. All right. So all right, and we got one more last update here as well. We got CyberFi beta event is coming. If you guys have been following, I did actually buy into some CyberFi. They've been doing phenomenal, by the way. Their beta launch is coming, and this is all about blockchain automation. It automates yield farming, and with yield farming coming up, this type of automation actually becomes really important. And this was where I have a good transition to yield farming and auto farming that's going on at this current point. So CyberFi, check out the beta if you are interested in automating your stuff online. So what we'll do now is I'll do a quick kind of catch up on all the questions and comments, and then we'll talk about the next section, which is farming, and then we have a next topic, which is degen. So we have quite 3 topics planned for today. So we got the news out of the way just now. So just a shout out, guys, if you just joined right now, we have 500 people joining right now. So guys, smash up those likes. It really does help. I hate doing this. I hate begging people to smash up likes. It's not something that I would generally do, but it does help this channel. So like, it does help. It does help getting everything out there. So anyways, smash those up. Really do appreciate it. Let's push to 200 today. All right, we have 500 people here. Let's push to 200, guys. Do that. We got, okay, untwisting the game crypto says Elon, shaking my head. I'm SMH, man. Elon, man, he's just trolling hard right now at this current point. He's like, no guys. He's like, he's becoming the #1 Dogecoin show at this current point. He's yeah, if you just look at his recent tweets, it's come for the comments, stay for the memes. Yeah, what was that? One word, Doge. One word. Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money. One word, Doge. This is his shameless Dogecoin tweet at this current point, which just popped Doge off like crazy. That guy's hilarious. That guy is hilarious. We have so many comments here. CryptoCoin Kiwi says, I smashed the like button when you talk about punching Peter Schiff in the face. Yeah, man, punch that like button like Peter Schiff's face. God damn it, that guy. Like, people like Peter Schiff caused me to not get into crypto in 2012. Like, God, like I could have been a lot better right now. I could have been a lot better off. Mining 2012, made a lot of mistakes back then. Now not making the same mistakes today. Fun times. All right, we've got Angela Wang saying, if you listen to the podcast, please leave a 5-star rating, leave a comment. It really helps to keep things going. Absolutely, guys. So Bitcoin Out of the Box is my podcast. Let's get some more ratings up there, guys. Like, you can listen to it on Apple Podcast, Spotify podcast. But if you are an Apple person, yes, like, please do write some comments. It really does help. We're starting this up, like the way the podcast works and the podcast system works. It's like, I'm still very new to this, to be honest. Like like the way it works, right? Like, these are the longer term interviews. They're much longer and they're much more suitable as a podcast, right? Like, the full versions are on there. You can talk for hours on end, and this is where you're going to get more information. So the way the podcasts are working right now is that a lot of the interviews that I do, the full length interviews are here, but then on YouTube I have to cut it down because people lose attention. On YouTube you have to worry about all this like time retention and everything. So it's like, it's very edited on YouTube because the way YouTube works. But on podcasts, it's much more raw, it's much more informative, and people can just sit there and listen to it on the run, on the go. You can go, when you're running, just listen to a podcast, and this is one of the best ones to listen to. So a lot of people have been commenting, oh wow, this works a lot better on podcasts. Like, put that on. Like, don't tell me, put that on Apple, okay, guys? Shout out to that. Please do it. Listen to it when you're working out and doing stuff. All right. All right. Let's see. MahaDAO. Wow, we're gonna talk about MahaDAO in the degen section next. We got Briggs's nice plants box. Thanks for the compliments. The plants are growing well this year. I'm very encouraged. It's much brighter here in the studio, so any plants in the studio grows very, very well. Really happy. Like this one, this fern thing is doing super well, by the way. It's super fun. We got, yeah. Let's see. Degen scammers are the worst. My God, there's too many scams up here. All right, guys, let's continue on to the next section, guys. So, following on farming. Farming has been insane. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about my setup right now, right? So, I'll get my pen out. Get my trusty pen. I'll get my tablet out. This is where tablet becomes slightly useful. Let me just make sure everything works here. Yep, this works. All right. Get my pen out. So this is where I'm setting it up right now. So we have BTC, ETH. This is my big pot, right? This is my pot of stuff, and then we have made some VET there as well, VeChain, and the mediums medium coins. So if you guys want to know what medium coins I'm invested in, like SwissBorg, SwissBorg, which is doing well, Sporg, we have Utrust, UTK, we have Eng. So this becomes kind of my medium pot, which I don't touch a lot, right? I also have a fiat pot because I have emergency last day funds, but a portion of that fiat fund is becoming farm. So this is where farming comes in for that passive income. So this is for me. I'm not a financial advisor, all right? Absolutely not your financial advisor. So please do not take this as financial. This is not financial advice in any means, but this is just how I'm setting it up. So this is where farming fits in my whole ecosystem, my whole portfolio. Why it works is because if you hold fiat, right, the bank gives you 0.00 like 1% APY. PY. It is just nothing. The bank gives you no money for putting money there. The reason why I just have fiat is because it's just in case of a rainy day, I still need to pay for my like rent and all that stuff, right? Like I need to pay for rent studio, I need to buy a new camera, whatever, right? You still like I'm not delusional enough to say I don't need any sort of fiat, but at the same time, you know, they're not giving me any money back. The way I'm setting up my farms is that farm now is becoming my biggest source for passive income. So the way I'm designing this is so that this can be used for daily expenditure, right? Daily spend. And it's been doing great. I mean, if you can get like say 20 to 60% money back on your savings and on your stuff, like that's crazy, right? So what farms am I in right now? So the biggest one last week was Wing. So Wing is for stable. So the way I set up that stable is USDC is set up there, and you're getting some pretty good results. So let me just put that in. So for this one, so a few people got confused. So USDC is the one I'm depositing in there. And if you just purely deposit, sorry, this is the one. If you just purely deposit, so this is Wing.finance, this is Ontology. So why the yields are good is because you have to cross chain, right? So you actually have to do some work. So no work, no money, right? You got to do some work. You got to figure out how to do the asset swap. Check out the Wing video if you guys haven't done that so already. That was about it. So I've set up this Wing farm, and initially when I made the video, all I did was I deposit USDC, and I get both, right? You get both APY from just deposit, and you get Wing APY, which adds up to right now to around 33%, right? Chinese maths right there, trying to do some numbers. So 33% APY. So this is already beating a bank. But over the weekend, what I did is something called folding. So you're allowed to deposit your USDC, and I borrowed SUSD, which it costs you money to borrow it, right? It costs you a little bit of money to borrow it. It costs you 27.799%. This is a cost, right? But you also get a reward of 30% in terms of Wing, right? So then if you deposit this and borrow this and then save this on another account, you can enjoy another round of supply rewards, and then you can also then borrow USDC on another account and then fold it. This is called folding. I was about to make a video on it, but I was like, no, I'm not spending time making videos this weekend. I need to enjoy my life a little bit. So that's my quickest description on folding. It is extremely dangerous, but it optimizes that yield. It pushes your yield to around 60% or more. So that's great. Like I have a huge smile on my face because I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I did that because that was doing super well. So you get Wing rewards for just putting your USDC into that. That's been doing great. Not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so that was one of my farms. The other farm is SwissBorg. So SwissBorg is another farm that I'm in. SwissBorg is not complicated. So if that was too complicated for you, the Wing is around 60% depending on the price of Wing at a certain time. 60 to I would say 60 to 70% depending on a good day. If you can get a good day for pricing on Wing on USDC with no impermanent loss. I mean, come on, guys, come on. We got SwissBorg as well. SwissBorg is around right now. It's around 18%, but it's no no maintenance required. So you just pop out and go on the app. So I did that on the app like this week. So I put a portion of that on SwissBorg. They just started, so a few things, right? So you need the app, okay? So the referral code's down there. Yes, it does help the channel out a bit, but let That shouldn't have shown you guys that. But anyway, so this is my USDC account on there. And you can start earning your yield. So right now, smart yield right now is roughly around 18% per annum on smart yield on your phone. So this is where you kind of deposit your USDC into it. You just drop it in. You do need to have SwissBorg Premium, which requires to have 50,000. I'll make another video. You need to have 50,000 CHSP locked, and then you can get your yield on SwissBorg. So that's what I have right now. I do have that locked up. I do have premium, and this also explains why SwissBorg is moving up, because people are using these services. The way I see this is this is like way better than a bank. Like that's the way it is. So yep, that's right now. SwissBorg is just moving up. It's no show at all. Look at that. Look at that insane growth. It's like I was holding on to this. Like this SwissBorg was in my medium bag. I also had it deposited into this into the premium account, but like, dude, it just shot up like crazy after the release of the premium yield farming, the yield farming for premiums. I will do a full video covering how to do this if you guys are interested, but you get roughly around 18% APY, and the risk is different, right? It's a different exposure to risk. They're doing some different operations. I've taken a look, so they have farms that are different from Wing, from what I'm seeing it. So it's kind of diversifying my risk. So if something does happen, like touch wood, right? If something does happen on Ontology, something crazy, then at least my risk is spread out at this current point. And a lot of people are asking me, like, why am I going back to farming right now? Because the yields are good. Like back in the day, what we saw was that the number of scams was sky high. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm out of the farming scene for a while, right? It doesn't make sense for me to touch farming because there's like 1 or 2% chance of getting scammed or something getting hacked. So I was like, you know what? I'm the first one to get in, but I'm also the first one to get out, right? But at a certain current point, when DeFi is coming back in, when everything's moving up again, I'm also the first one to re-enter, right? You got to re-enter. It's not all dead. So this is when I'm re-entering. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's also Badger as well. So this is for Bitcoin. Badger is for Bitcoin. You get Bitcoin in the sets. So you have to deposit into the RenBTC Wrap BTC. This is the one I'm doing. The RenBTC Wrap BTC pool. You deposit the liquidity pool into that, liquidity token into that, and then you stake it to get roughly around right now 44% APY plus. You get Badger, and Badger is gonna have some crazy stuff happening soon. Like we were talking about Badger the whole day on the Box Mining Telegram channel, and yeah, people are excited for it, man. People are excited because Badger will create a new coin called Dig, and Dig is a rebasing coin. So everyone's like, oh my god, this is the coin of the season. The season's favorite coins are all rebasing coins, and everyone's like super excited for Dig. So yeah, so I'm in that too. So farming SwissBorg, farming Dig. I'm also in Pancake, also Dig and Pancake. And also in Sushi too. I have actually, Sushi was one of the ones that I never taken out, Sushi. So even though when I said I was like kind of leaving farming, I just left whatever, even if it was like 20% APY, I just left my stuff there. It was fine. It was great. And yeah, farming Sushi has been doing pretty well. So anyways, that's great. So that covers the farming stuff. It's been pretty fun. It's been pretty fun. A lot of work, which is why also a lot of videos are behind schedule. There is a farming. So talking about videos coming up, the mining farming one is still coming. Like the farming one, not the farming, the actual mining, like Bitcoin mining with a with the 3070. Let me just grab it. Just give me a sec, guys. So I recently started mining again, just for some passive income, just to see what it is about. And also, it's a channel called Box Mining. I can't not mine, right? So anyways, I got one of these like an idiot because right now it's impossible to get graphics cards. Like it's literally impossible. Like I was like, you know what? Let me be polite. Let me be nice, right? Let me like all these gamers wanted. It's a Christmas present. Let me just buy one. I'll test it. I'll show you guys the results. Bam! All sold out this week. Like all graphics cards, like 3070, 3080, whatever you name it, it's all gone. It's all just like obliterated. It's all like even the scalpers don't have it. Like in Hong Kong, we have these like scalpers are selling it at 20-30% premium over the supposed market, the market price. Gone, everything gone. But yeah, it's like I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, so yeah, I tried like because I'm setting up my mining unit, and I was like, you know what, I need like 4 of these now. All right, like legit, I need 4 of these. No, not getting any. So that kind of sucks. That's a bummer, because I was like, you know what, Hong Kong's getting cold. Like if this thing is like, it one of these graphics cards is like 300 watts of electricity to power. So you have 4 of them. That's like what, 1,400. Was it 1,200 watts of electricity? So it should warm up your place, right? Like, it's free heating, all right? But no, none of that. No, that's not gonna work. But the good side, all right, the good side is that we do have, if you're interested in farming, if you like Ethereum very much, we do have Ethereum 2.0 staking. So I made a video on this last week, and this is my current status of my current node that I'm running. So I'm running 2 of these, one that I did set up for myself, and then the other one that I'm doing publicly, because you never want to relate. Never want to link your public stuff with your real stuff, being smart. But so what's happening here? So reward so far is $950 so far for like less than a week of actual staking. So how does it work? You actually need to set up the whole node. On all nodes, you do need 32 ETH. So after depositing 32 ETH, what you're seeing right now is that my node is online and it's getting attestations, right? So this is when you earn that passive income. You can see this is a timeline down here. This is like, let's stretch it all the way down. So everything really started on December the 10th. So this is when the node went online. So it's been 11 days so far since I launched this node. And then it's been effective. It's been, okay, so this number should be 100%. I think there was just a little bit of a hiccup, but this number should be 100%. And you need to be 100% online all the time on your node to get your Ethereum 2.0 staking. So it's not like a passive staking where you just deposit it and you're good to go. You got to deposit it and then run the Ethereum 2.0 node. So all nodes handles this. So basically you just like, I showed you guys the whole video. It's on a box mining channel, but it costs around $10 a month. And then you can just like deposit it and go, and it just takes care of everything for you. So what I'm seeing right now is just this line gradually moving up. I'm getting more and more Ethereum every day. It is a case where the rich get richer. It's not communism in crypto. People think, oh, it's going to given up for the free. No, you got to have your 32 ETH. And then once you get the 32 ETH, you stake and you get more and more Ethereum over time as you start doing stuff for the network. So you're starting to make these attestations. You have to be online all the time to vote. And yeah, you get some passive income. And right now, so far at 100. So it's way more efficient than mining. All right, I'm not gonna shit on mining at this current point, but yeah, finding graphics card, no. You're not even gonna get it. It's just nowhere close. But you can get your nodes. So if you guys want a cut down video of how to set up your node, it is on here. Ethereum validated nodes. Wait, this one's better. Ethereum staking guide. Got this like clickbait title right there. That's how it works. I take you through the entire process of setting this up, getting your backup phrases up, like making sure you have actual possession of your coins, and then of course setting it up, and then getting the deposit contract up, and then getting the deposits there, setting up the node itself as well, and then finish. So yeah, make sure you check out the entire video. It's definitely worth a check out for now. Roadrunner says yes, 95, so not 950. So yeah, so right now so far it's $95 in total earning for 11 days of mining. So per week, sorry, not per week, per month, that's around $300 of earnings. That's not too bad so far, right? So far on this point. So how much do you, surprise is how much do you earn? Around $300 per month for a single node. So if you have 2 nodes, 600. If you have 10 nodes, then it's 3,000, right? Magic. But just be careful though. We have a comment from Llama66666 saying ETH2 staking would be a very long-term move, because right now if you stake your ETH, you cannot come back. Yet again, these crypto commitment things, if you stake it, it's going to be staked there until Ethereum 2.0 starts working, until phase 1 at the very least, which is roughly, right, by programmers saying a year. But programmers speak, sometimes it's a year, sometimes it's 2 years, right? So you gotta condition yourself to think of the worst case scenario. It will launch. It just takes some time at that point. So going back to chat, so that's pretty much about farming. We got mining covered, Ethereum 2.0, current farms covered, SwissBorg covered. That's pretty much what I want to talk about for what I'm farming right now. Roadrunner says, I earn $30 every 6 days for 6 times 1060 cards. That's not bad. That's not bad, especially if you have like free heating. And the reason why you want to get into mining a little bit more is because if gas prices increase on Ethereum, the gas fees get paid to miners, right? So miners will actually will get even more income if Ethereum pops. So, if Ethereum network gets congested. So, miners like, yo, which is also why all the graphics cards are sold out. You just basically cannot get any graphics cards at this current point. Like I was speaking about Hong Kong, but even like around the world, like I saw the US market, just none, zero for the next generation ones. Like AMD stock out of stock, Nvidia out of stock, everything out of stock. So yeah. Michael says, can you withdraw your rewards from staking at least? No, for Ethereum 2.0, no, you cannot. No, it's all staking on Ethereum 2.0 is on Ethereum 2.0. And right now, at this current point, you cannot transfer any assets on Ethereum 2.0. Ethereum 2.0, like I said, it's like a baby right now. Right now, all it can do is cry. It can't do anything. Right? You can't send crypto on it. You can't receive crypto on it. You can't do smart contract calls on it. It can't do nothing, right? All it can do is generate a bunch of random numbers. You have to wait until phase 1 of Ethereum 2.0 when you can possibly in the pipeline is sending transactions. So either phase 1 or phase 1.5. It depends on what the programmers are thinking. I'm always looking at the worst case scenario because I just want to be prepared. You never want to get caught off guard by one of these things. So yeah, that's kind of the way it is. All right. Okay. So that's catching up. We got Master Benny's his first time here. Welcome, man. Welcome. Really enjoy it. This is a very chill session. We just talk about whatever. And yeah, enjoy. If you have any suggestions, comments, do leave it up in the comments. I do read it and see what is coming up. Trade Doc says, why is BCH so cheap still? Oh man, BCH. So right now we have a lot of attention into altcoins, and this is the time. So like I said, the big cats are sleeping. The big Bitcoin and Ethereum are sleeping. It's when altcoins are starting to move, and this is already seen by the graph. And then near is just popping. The graph has also been just performing crazy. So very quick, I did promise the graph in the title, so I'll talk a little bit about the graph and kind of why it was so exciting. So the graph, what is it, right? So it is a way for developers to find information about the blockchain. So like prices, movements, APIs are just basically ways, very, very easy ways for programs or applications to obtain information about a particular profile. So for example, there's Uniswap APIs that tell you what assets are being traded. And in fact, one of the examples of people using Graph is Astro Tools. Astro Tools is a tool to find out what are prices for cryptocurrencies. You get a chart Uniswap tokens, and they do use the graph here. So they actually actively use the graph and the graph APIs, and that's what the project is all about. So there's a token and governance on the graph. So that's kind of a big summary. So if developers want to make something like Astro Tools, or they have to interact, well, not that they have to, they can. The graph provides a very easy way for them to obtain information, and it just saves them a lot of time developing and obtaining information. In fact, I've been doing a little bit of programming myself recently. I've been setting up these notification bots that notify me when I get particular coins or when particular coins are at certain prices, and you need to make API calls for it, right? You need to figure out what's happening. That's what the graph is. So the graph got a lot of attention for 2 reasons. So one is because people can start kind of understanding what it's used for. That always helps. It's always great for people to actually understand what is going on. The second reason why it got so hyped is because it was very well distributed. It was distributed to a lot of people, and a lot of people were holding the graph and saying good things about it, right? That's kind of how crypto kind of works. The more people that hold your coin, the more it gets. So you have hosted services on a graph that interacts with, say, Uniswap or Compound or Ethereum name service. So it kind of provides all these tools to interact with everything, which means that now it can combine a lot of community together, which meant Graph just popped up. So after Graph popped up, it went on a crazy ride. If you look at like the past, it's not even 30 days, right? It launched at 10 cents and now it's at 70, right? So it's 7x right now from launch, and it's listed on Binance and everything, right? So it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Like it's almost arriving at 1 million market cap with a crazy amount. It's like $3 billion 24-hour trading volume. Of course, you have to put an asterisk onto this because trading volumes sometimes are misreported here. But even on Binance itself, it's $1 billion of trade volume. So this weekend was the week of the graph, right, in terms of the degen. By the way, I would label this section right now the degen / shitcoin section. I affectionately say shitcoin, but you know what I mean, like. It's high risk, right? So guys, if you guys don't like high risk, if you guys are gamblers, just turn this part off. Just like leave this channel. Honestly, it's like this will not improve your IQ at any point. So yeah, so we're gonna have an explicit warning for the degen section like next time. But anyways, so that led to a huge rise in something like APR3. So that's the graph this weekend. It just rallied a lot of coins like API3 and also Parsec also had an insane rally this week. Last 7 days, they look at boom, caused by the graph. So anything related to the graph, like I've been seeing this weekend, everything's like, oh, it's like the graph. That's like the most common comment I saw. Yeah, this project. All right, it does all this. You know what it really is? It's like the graph. Okay, good. All right. So yeah, that was kind of the 2 cents on this weekend. This weekend though, I have been stacking up a lot of altcoins. So like I've been looking a lot. I've been playing around with a lot of the channels, figuring out it's information gathering time, right? So on that note as well, I was talking about Badger a little bit. Badger farming is getting quite hot. All this like kind of degenerate algo coins, like the rebasing coins have now been rebranded as the algorithmic stable coins. That's apparently the hottest thing this season, and it's still not stopping. So congrats to all your Ampleforth guys and everyone else. But yeah, it's just insanity right now. There was also Frax this weekend. Frax.finance today this morning. I missed out on this one. I overslept. Definitely did not get into Frax, but yeah, it definitely popped this morning as well. It's going crazy. We'll do more updates on this. Like if you guys like more talk and more discussion on this, we will do more discussion. We'll try to like make sure you smash up the notification and subscribe bell down below. For me, I'm far less comfortable publicly talking about all this stuff a little bit because it's super high risk. It's super high risk, right? But at the same time, it's super high profit. So we'll figure a good way to talk about it. When people are understand what they're doing, it's just like a situation where it's super high risk. But anyways, on that note as well, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I want to really talk about today. So on that note as well, just some updates for TrustSwap. So Twitter here. TrustSwap is the project that I'm kind of currently advising, but also they're doing super a lot of stuff, and I'm holding a lot. They're doing 7 days of Christmas, right? Which is kind of crazy. So recently they got added to a credit card. So check out TrustSwap integration with credit card. So now you can actually use swap on the go, which is crazy. On Connect Financial, you can now start spending your swap directly, which is kind of insane. So TrustSwap has two kind of primary purposes and use cases. For TrustSwap right now, the biggest use case, honestly, is to get into the new TrustSwap Launchpad projects. You hold your TrustSwap, you stake it, and you get a TrustSwap rating, which allows you to participate in new projects coming up. So that's kind of the primary use case of that right now. And I feel like that's the kind of biggest one. There's also the sending coins one, the sending coin purpose, but that's kind of like, it's secondary to new coins, right? Because right now new coins are popping left, right, and center. It's just total insanity. And the last few projects are doing super well. Like Coin is actually doing well. Yoda is actually doing better now. Super well. It's actually moved up like 100% over the last week. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. We got Arif Akhtar says waiting for Frax to drop. Yeah, I didn't set a timer for this one. Frax was this morning. So you mint the Frax coin, but the coin you need to mint it is the Frax share. So yeah, so it just popped from what 14 all the way up to 30 this morning. It was insane. But yeah, that's the main thing this morning. I have no opinion on it. So one of the reasons why I'm late for today's stream, I was like looking at it, I'm like, how would I rationalize this? Do I get it now or later or what? And I was like, you know what, I have to do a live stream soon. So I do not have a position in Frax at this current point in time. So all right, so that's pretty much it. Oh, Nichols says, "What's up, man? Crypto, man. Crypto's doing super well. It's freaking insane right now." We got Michael Massey says, "I love watching you. Thank you. Thank you so much." And by the way, big thank you to you guys. We got 230 likes right now. Big thank you. I really appreciate this, guys. I really do this like live stream to hang out with you guys. It's been super great hanging out. And that's kind of the way this channel has been moving a lot too. We're being much more informal, much more kind of down to the community. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I do it. It's like, yeah, as if otherwise I'll be just trading every day, which I do. Like it's the point where like this year, this channel is moving more to a hangout, and then for me personally, I'm spending a lot more time investing. It's just much more profitable. Sorry, right? Like YouTube, like I look at these YouTube things, and like some people are like, oh, you're a YouTube channel, we can sponsor you. Let's have a call. I'm like, screw you, I don't want to call you. Like, why would I want to call you? That would waste me an hour of my time. Like, why would I want to do that? Right? Like everyone's like, oh, let's call you. We have some like shirts, t-shirts. Like, why would I want okay, cool. I mean, t-shirts are cool. Community, right? We got these t-shirts, but like these t-shirt making companies are calling me. I'm like, no, man, I don't care. Like, I want to invest. I like crypto, man, crypto. Like, come on, move, right? That's the current mentality it is right now. And I've been doing a lot more. I'm getting a lot more involved with the Bitcoin Center here, Genesis Block. They have a venture arm. It's going like absolutely nuts right there right now. And venture side is taking off a lot, which is great, right? So yeah, it's crazy. And right now we just have a comment from Exion says Bitcoin 24K. We got 24K magic baby. I love that when we stream and coin goes up. Yeah, yeah, 24K magic, baby. Time is money. Seth Mason says, can we join the Telegram? So I do have a Telegram channel up. It's unfortunately moved to a private channel. This is also why before we had links to a Telegram channel on this channel, and then some asshole scammer took that name. But anyways, the channel we used to have a public channel called Box Nation, but that channel is now private, mostly because just to deal with spam and to increase the quality of conversation. And now it's one of the best channel in terms of conversation. Unfortunately, we are not opening that group up. That group is now just permanently private, and it's working super well. So congrats to anyone who took the initiative and contributed and got in. It was designed and it is designed to be free, but at the same time, maintenance on that is super hard. And unfortunately, I don't feel like it's the right time to open it up and going through another maintenance session. Like I said, time is money. I don't want to go and filter through millions of people just spamming on the channel. So unfortunately, I'm not going to open it for now. But if you guys do really want to join, there'll be some secret ways to join coming up. So keep tuned. Keep tuned. And, anyone who's like awesome, like you guys are all awesome. Like the problem is, it's not about you guys, right? Like you guys are all awesome. It's not about you guys. It's about those two asshats, or like the two asshats that share the link and then share it to like every group, and they say, and people say, oh, bomb this channel of like shitty comments. It's like it's one or two assholes that screw it up for everyone. It's definitely not you guys. But yeah, if you have some, keep up to some hints on this channel, you'll see some secret ways to join the Telegram channel coming up soon. So there we go. There we go. Vitalik Vitalik my Buterin says, when is the right time to take BTC profits? That's actually a really good question. Yet again, not financial advice. For me, I dollar cost average in and I dollar cost averaging out. So like when things are on the move, or when things are going up like we're right now, technically speaking, I should start dollar cost averaging out. It just makes a lot of sense, but I haven't started yet. It's something that I've been thinking about. It's very clear that we're in an upward trajectory. So when you're in an upward trajectory, you can downward dollar cost average out. That's what I was thinking. And when it's going down, you dollar cost average in, right? It's like super easy, right? But it's not as easy as that. For like, there's a lot of stigma. Like I do want to say there's a lot of stigma around people taking profits in crypto. Like people are, oh, don't sell, you're an idiot, or whatever. Like, stop listening to idiots. Like, if you need the money, like everyone's situation different, and that's why we always say it's not financial advice. It's everyone's situation is different. If you have profits, if you want to just have a great Christmas, take some profit. Why not, right? Like enjoy life too, right? There's no reason not to. So, anyways, I'm trying very hard actively to remove that stigma, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So, also, you can also go on a lending platform and stick your Bitcoin there and loan out some USDT if you want to spend. That's also another option. That's the power of DeFi, right? So GG. Putinsky says, they say only my email. I found my address on that list too. This is referring to Ledger. Unfortunately, it seems to be the case that they did leak both emails and addresses. Like that is not good. That is not good, man. That's a stupid ass thing. Like that's not cool. So yeah, not cool. Just be careful, guys. Be careful. Yeah. Yeah, that's around it. About Maha, if possible, share your Telegram to Discord. About MahaDAO. MahaDAO was a cool, interesting story, right? So for me, so from the back end, GB Ventures was looking at it. So Genesis Block Ventures was looking into it, and as being part of Genesis Block Ventures, I'm like, okay, look, let's look into it. Let me do some research. So I was helping do the research on MahaDAO, right? And it was a situation where like I was doing the research, and it's got a lot of hype in India. So I started asking channels around India, like it's fully not racist. It's just location based, right? It's developed in India, but I was wanting to see if it was popular in the Indian groups, right? So I was asking around, and yes, there was a lot of traction for MahaDAO in the Indian groups, and also with the MahaDAO groups as well. So MahaDAO groups, yeah, it had a lot of traction there. So I was asking about this, and we were deciding it, but in the end, Genesis Block Ventures did take a position up in MahaDAO, and then it just blew up. Like this was just like. This was the canon of this week as well, right? So it's just like it just moved from $2 all the way up to 15 right now, which is nuts if you say me. Like if you tell me this is crazy. Like yet again, it's a situation where a lot's happening. If you guys want interviews with MahaDAO, we can talk about that soon. If you guys are interested in content on that side, they're doing basically it. Like the way I saw it is that they're trying to create a stable coin, right? The MahaDAO itself is almost like the maker DAO, right? Maker for the ETH guys, MahaDAO for the Matic / guys who are the really blossoming community in India. And by the way, if you guys are in India watching this channel, big thank you for watching this channel. So much happening in India. I really want to know what's happening, man. Like it's a big hotbed. Like India, I really need to know what's happening. I really appreciate you guys if you guys fill me up on that. Like I'm not the most knowledgeable about India. I've been there once, all right? I've been there once, but I really want to know more. It's a situation where I want to know what the scene is like in India. I want to know just like a lot more about what's happening. And, I'm more familiar with Hong Kong and Southeast Asia, a little bit about Thailand because GBV has Thailand there, but I want to know. That's one bit of my knowledge gap that is missing. So I really need to know some more information there. We got Knife Watches. What are your thoughts on XPR Proton? I have no thoughts on that. I have not seen that or touched that recently. So Grezzy Young says, should I buy GRT? I don't know, man. GRT is kind of insane. Like I already took profits on GRT, so like I said, I just like went in for like a speculative punt last Friday, but I already took my profits out already. I'm a little bit scared because of just how much it's rallying. With these markets right now, you never know how far it can go, right? I think this is the part about crypto. Like the use case is there. If you're a long-term hodler, sure, fine, but short-term is gonna be crazy because it's the strongest performer, right? It's going up, but we have no idea when it's gonna stop, right? That's the scary part. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents on there. So, anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for today. We definitely overrun on the timing for this. More episodes coming up, so make sure you guys smash up the likes. Make sure you guys smash up the subscribe button. Big thank you guys for all watching today. Troy says, I see, excellent. Yes, love India's input. My ex was from India, was Indian from Shillong. Oh, those days, man. India has some really good food. So I was actually so story about India. So I was there for a wedding. So one of my friends had a wedding in New Delhi. So one of the most memorable things I had there was tea. So right there's a park there, and like when you sit down in the park, some people come up to you and they're like, "Oh, you want some masala chai?" I think that's what it's called, but masala chai is great. So like you're sitting in the park and this random guy comes over with a kettle. Then they heat it up for you. Like in the park, they'll just light up a fire or somehow. Like I forgot how it works, but like they light it up. You get some super hot tea, and then you pay them, and then like it's like pennies, right? They probably overcharged me too because they saw I'm a foreigner, but they probably overcharged me too. But my man, that tea was just like boom. Like, simple things in life, simple things in life. I mean, yeah, it's just like you're sitting in a random park and people come over with you with food and tea and stuff, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that was my stuff. So DT says Ledger got hacked again. It's not Ledger, so I just want to clarify. It's not Ledger, but the Ledger company, and it's not the hack again. It's the same hack, but it's just that the list is now more available. It's more widely circulating at this current point, which is why everyone's alert at this current point. So that's kind of there. Mr. Jajeja says food is crazy, trust me. Also like butter chicken. I really like butter chicken and naan bread. The only problem with India is there's no beef. I mean, religiously they can't eat beef. So yeah, so like being me like a carnivore, that was the only thing. But anyways, that was great. Masala chai is like, and you can't really make it at home. That's why I think I'm like it's memorable because masala chai is super hard to make it. You get like the tea packs, but you also have to put a bunch of herbs in. Now you have to put like some ginger and stuff and brew it together. It's much harder like that. So, anyways, Master Benny says, "Where's the T-shirt from? We want it. I should make it. Like we were given these out. It's just that I got lazy. Like right now because it's trading season, I'm getting lazy. But yeah, these were T-shirts that I made. It was kind of fun. But yeah, that's it. So, anyways, um, I'm wrong that Ledger database got hacked again. It's not spam. It's not spam. It's just that the Ledger base was hacked in June. We all knew about it, but yeah, right now it's just widely circulating. So yeah, so Troy referring to his ex, so nice. Her dad was a tea farmer. Madura in Australia, love tea. Same here. I think I'm becoming more of a tea guy than a coffee guy. It's like it's a recent thing. I think tea just makes me calm. Like that's the only kind of like drink I'm drinking. Like during these crypto trading seasons, I actually don't drink alcohol. Yeah, it's a thing that I'm trying not to drink right now. Like I usually love whiskey, right? I love whiskey. I have a lot of whiskey, and like at night sometimes you just get like whatever you're feeling, like something smoky, something peaty, something whatever, right? Full bodied. But now just nothing because like sometimes during the night, like 2 a.m. or something, you have to start trading crypto, and sometimes like because you're sending large transactions around, you definitely don't want to like miss copy paste. Like you accidentally copy paste the wrong address and you're totally screwed, right? So I actually don't drink alcohol much right now. In fact, at all. Like I almost never drink, and then I just drink tea. That's like my kind of thing right now. So yeah. um Vitalik my Buterin says, at Box Mining, where is this list of emails and addresses online? Has it been widely posted and or only on the dark web? It's been widely posted. All right, so I saw some links up this morning, which I did not click, all right, because I'm not dumb. But I saw them widely circulated on publicly at this current point. So not just dark web, it's widely circulated publicly on the open net right now. Kaido says, but maybe Box should have a merch store selling these issues. I should. It's something I said I've been meaning to do, but I've been too lazy to do, to be honest. Like I know it's like You know, in the YouTube manual, the manual of YouTube says, yeah, you should make some merch. Like, yeah. But then like, I'm like, dude, I need to farm. Like, time is money. All right. But anyways, but congrats to anyone who got it. We gave them away on a giveaway. Like I think Ender Wiggins got some. I think Bernard should get some. We sent them out to our like admins and everything. So that was kind of it. Sichuan chicken. Sichuan chicken's good. I like general, like I'm so whitewashed. I like General Tao chicken. It's kind of weird. Like talking about food, right? So this is the end. This is when I just go off a tangent. Talking about food. So it's like, you know, a person is whitewashed when they eat like kung pao chicken in a Chinese restaurant. Like I'll always order it here in Hong Kong, and then I always get like people are like, what the hell? What's wrong with you, Michael? Like Chinese people don't eat kung pao chicken, but I love that shit. Kung pao chicken, General Chow chicken. Like, oh man, I love that. Boneless. You gotta debone that stuff. Like all the Chinese guys are like, oh, you gotta eat it with the bone attached, and it's like the legit ones. But no man. You gotta like, eat boneless, deep fried. Oh, that's good stuff. Hey Nick, how's it going, Nick? Nick's been around for ages. A big shout out to Nick. Bernard's been around for ages too. Chai tea group to the pine, says Troy. Masala chai, man. I need to find how to make it. JR says, in Scotland, we say, never trust a man who doesn't drink. Funny as I'm a recovered alcoholic. Man, I love to drink, man. I have so much whiskey. It's crazy. But I just like, I can't right now. It's just like, every night I'm like, no. I gotta farm or something. It's crazy. Angela Wang says, Nick Mayo is the only admin that doesn't have a t-shirt. It's because we can't send it out to Russia right now. Like because of coronavirus, we couldn't send it. So like we tried to have a t-shirt sending out stuff, and we sending out t-shirts for Hong Kong is a pain in the ass. Like it seriously is. It is just, but yeah. So yeah, Angela was helping take care of that. So thanks, Angela, on all that. James Davis says, hey brother, have you looked into Trinity Finance? No, I have not. I should. So after this, I'm gonna go. So after this, I think personally for me, right? I'm gonna go just take a break, because after a live stream, there's always like, I do want to take a break. Some Cyberpunk maybe. It's not a bad game. Everyone's shitting on the game. It's not that bad. But then we're gonna go shitcoins this afternoon. That's the strategy. We got Koi Loy says farm is great, guys. It's like, it's paying for my Christmas right now. Love it. It's great. Okay, I can't pronounce your name, but Castel Zappis says, any incentive to stake Sushi or Uni right now? Uni no longer has any staking on the official Uni website, but I think there's plenty of places to stake Uni if you actually want to stake Uni. I just haven't looked into it. Sushi, you can just stake on a Sushi. You're fine. Vegeta says, sir, any new ICO on your radar? So recently I got into Exceed Me. Yeah, I got into Exceed Me. What else is there? There was Maps. Yeah, it's just a point where I actually don't remember what I invested into right now. Just need to look at a list of coins. Like, this is going too crazy. It is going too crazy. Like there's Maps. There's also, what else is there? Duck is coming out soon, but that's done. Yeah, Exceed Me. Maybe take a look at that. Everything's like crazy right now. It's insane. Steven says, I'm 30 hours into Cyberpunk and I barely touched the main story. Same here, man. Cyberpunk's so fun if you just go around the city. The city, like the story is not the fun part. The city is the fun part. And you gotta have the correct expectations for Cyberpunk. First and foremost, don't be a pleb and don't play it on Xbox or PS4. Okay, like sorry, it doesn't work, right? It's been proven it doesn't work. PC Master Race, you're good to go, right? PC Master Race, guys. This is the only time I can use the word pleb correctly. But PC Master Race, if you have a 1080, 2080, or a 3080 or a 3070 graphics card, you are good, man. You are super good. Like there's a patch up at, like, there is a way to optimize so you get 60 stable FPS on Like it's with RTX on. Like I finally got that. It took me like 3 hours to figure it out, but I finally got it. PC Master Race, right? But yeah, it's fun. And once you're playing around in the city, it's just like I think it's a game that's like it's not the most groundbreaking. Like I think people's expectations were really high, but if you think about it, there are just so many fun things you can do in that game. Like yeah, there's just so many ways to play the game and so many ways to interact with the game, which is super fun. But that is it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We got Angela Wang says, let's get to 300 likes. Cool. Guys, let's do it. Let's do it. And you guys are still sticking around. We finished the crypto news and stuff, man. It's a chill session. We're talking about food now. I guess everyone's hungry. So for me, why I talk about food a lot right now is because I'm doing intermittent fasting as well, which means that in the morning I don't eat. So prior to the stream, I wake up, I don't eat, I just drink water, like no sugar, nothing. And then I wait until after the stream. So roughly right now, my eating window is roughly around 12 to 1 here. Probably starting at 1 p.m. in Hong Kong time. So yeah, this is why like food is always on my mind right now. But the good news is I'm dropping a little bit of weight. Like I'm trying to make this like bull run a little bit different. Like I was saying, and I think I took this joke from Leo actually. So Leo is one of the guys at Machi X. He was like, my weight's proportional to the Bitcoin price. And this time with Bitcoin rallying so hard, I'm like, no, I can't take that. I can't go exponential like that. I'm gonna be a big fat ass soon. So intermittent dieting, it's working quite well. But it also makes me super hungry in the morning. Giovanni says, Michael, are you bullish on Injective? Sure, why not? Injective's been doing super well actually. I took some profits on the way up, but I'm keeping around 80%. Why not? Like, yeah, it's been doing super well. I saw Injective and was just like, whoa, it's like it shot up from like $1 to like 4, almost to 4. It's crazy. And they just launched a Solstice testnet. They're having great communication. They're doing an exchange. Why not? It's for me, I put it in the long-term hodl section, so I don't really touch it and look at it, but it's doing super well. So yeah, congrats. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Blinkor says, good on you, got a family member also doing this type of fasting. I think the great thing about intermittent fasting is it cuts down on midnight snacking. I used to like eat cookies at midnight, which is like, no, don't do that. Don't eat cookies at midnight. Don't eat chocolate or cookies at midnight. Vitalik, my brother, says, at box mining, do you regret not converting your 32 ETH to BTC before staking it? Not having flexibility, doesn't that hurt you your long-term strategy? Absolutely not. There's also FTX, right? Like there's so many powerful tools on FTX. Like you can use an account leverage and you can also short. Like if you really don't like ETH, like say if you have ETH 2.0 and you don't really like it, you can always take up an ETH perpetual. So you can short ETH here and long Bitcoin. That's always an option. So I don't think it limits my flexibility in any way because I'm pretty much like a power user on FTX, which means I can play around with all the crazy stuff there and not get liquidated because I'm not retarded. Sorry. I should change my language, but so it doesn't really affect me much at all whatsoever. So the fact that I know it's there and it's safe is the most important part, and then I can play around with my other finances in that sense. So yeah, pretty much. That's also why FTX is just blowing up. Like all power traders are using FTX. I think referral code down below. If not, then I'm stupid. But yeah, let's check out FTX. They're doing some crazy stuff. It's one of the things that I didn't really box mining co/FTX. So one of the things that I didn't jump onto, like, I didn't really jump onto the FTX bandwagon when it was first here. I was being stupid. And all the traders in GB were like, oh, we're on FTX and we're in FTX shirts. And I was like, oh, you guys, it's going to fall and drop in price. But nope, FTX is doing better. It's doing better and better and better and better and better. And Sam's a genius. And like this year, I was like, I got to wake up, do stuff, figure this out, and I figured everything out, and it worked very well. Also, some crazy stuff. If you are in GRT, I think this is still applicable right now. But okay, so if you are in GRT, and this is something that I did as well. All right. So if you are in GRT, instead of actually holding and buying GRT on Binance, what some people can do, and this is something that's submitted by Charlie. So congrats, Charlie. So what you can do is instead take up a long position on FTX. Reason being is because, first of all, the long position is cheaper than on Binance. So if you look at it, the Binance price is Binance.ing. Let's check out markets GRT. GRT. All right, let's see. Yeah, so Binance is 69 cents 33 for spot, right? So 69 cents, 69.3 cents for spot. But for FTX, the perpetual long is a little bit cheaper. So you got a 0.2 cent discount there. But also you can look at funding rates. So if you hold a long position on FTX, you also get a funding rate, and you also get a bonus of 0.01%, 174% for just holding the long. So instead of just buying spot and holding that coin, you can buy the long, and people were moving that. Like I was like, the traders were doing that this weekend. They're like, oh hey, check out the GRT perpetual future position. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are min-maxing like crazy. Like that's so smart. It's so smart. Like if you're holding 10,000, you can migrate the asset over to a perp, and then you can get funding rates. But of course, you got to browse the funding rate every hour because FTX changes its funding rate every hour. And yeah, this might not hold, but it's a way to get APY on your GRT if you are into that sort of stuff. It's kind of next level trader plays here at this current point, but you know, that's life, right? So yeah, with that, guys, if you guys want to join FTX or join as exchange, I don't think it's open to US customers, but anywhere else, I think, yeah, it's just so much power. If you know how to use it, it's like, wow, mind blown. But the biggest problem is, do you know how to use it? All right. So videos coming up soon, hopefully, if I have time. But if not, then yeah. Meadow Burn says, did he mention map? Yeah, map. Vitalik my Buterin says, thank you, Boxman. Thank you for your honest and down-to-earth feedback tonight. Great stream. Live long and prosper, and have a good night, Mr. OG. Definitely. Thank you guys so much, man. Kaido says, what the fuck, focus on the plants. All right. Also we got Christy Malika says, have you looked into Days Finance? Sorry, I have not looked into it yet. Been too much going on, but we will do a stream. You know, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We'll do surprise streams more often. It's been doing crazy right now, so we'll catch up more often. This has been a really great session. Really enjoyed chatting to you guys. It's been super fun, guys. I was like, oh, maybe today I should do 40 minutes, but now it's like almost an hour, 40 minutes. So, you know, time flies, right? So guys, have fun, enjoy. Aaron Bonilla says, where can I get the shirt? We'll do giveaways soon. We'll give giveaways soon. It's like it's we only ordered like 40 or something like that. So we'll do giveaways soon. It'll come up soon. And maybe we'll do some, like, I'll set up some shop. I don't know how to do it. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great week this week. It's gonna be super fun. Do watch out, like the ending note is, do watch out for Christmas. I mean, I love celebration as much as everyone else, but there will be higher volatility coming up this week. So just make sure, like, if you're in a leverage position or something, you got to be very careful. Not financial advice, of course, but just common sense. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Smash up those likes. We got 311, by the way. Big thank you to you guys for smashing up those likes, and do it. We got Giovanni Torres says, when BTC hits 100K, let's all fly down to BTC and have a box mining box mining meetup after the pandemic. We should do that, definitely, and it'll be super fun, guys. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll just do the outro right now, and let's go do the outro. I'd like to take the time now to tell you a little bit about everything that's happening in the box mining ecosystem. First and foremost, if you guys like listening to all that's happening in crypto on the go, then I would highly recommend you checking out the Box Mining Bitcoin Out of the Box podcast. And the reason why it's called Bitcoin Out of the Box is because we have long interview segments very much exploring the detail of the newest and latest of what's going on in this whole cryptocurrency space. Whole idea of it is to bridge that gap between knowledge privileged institutional investors and the rest of us here in this space. Now, with the podcast, it's on everything. So it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Google Podcasts, it's on Spotify. Just search it anywhere, Bitcoin out of the box. So just add that onto a playlist and then just follow the new episodes when it's released. Next up, we also have the box mining newsletter. So this happens roughly bi-weekly. We give you an update of the latest that's going on in a very summarized, condensed format. So this is perfect for anyone that wants an overview of the market. Say, for example, what's happening with OKX, the biggest event, or maybe the little things like what's happening with different coins and overall the trend. So what I use the newsletter for personally myself is to understand what kind of phase we're in crypto, to kind of get in tune. So if you don't read crypto every day, the newsletter is perfect for you. Last but not least, in the link down below, if you're a Telegram user, we have the box mining announcements channel. So this is to announce to you basically what's the latest videos coming up, but also we have a daily update, a community-driven daily update to provide you an idea of the latest updates on the day. And a lot of people have been using that to get informed of the crazy amounts of trends that we see. And I have to give a big thank you for Claudio, our community member, for doing this. It's just been phenomenal. Definitely want to give you a shout out there, Claudio, as well for that. And taking us to the end of the live stream, so make sure, number one, you click like and subscribe on this video because it really does help this channel. And then, of course, check out the podcast. It's one of the best ways to know a little bit more, to extend that knowledge, especially in your spare time. And then, of course, check out the newsletter. If you're, if you want those updates and summaries and trends, newsletter is the place for you. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you have a good one. See you in the next video. Oh, by the way, for those of you who stayed, I just got this, which is super exciting. Oh wait, my camera just died too. Oh, congrats, that's good. But yeah, I was gonna show you guys my PlayStation controller, but it just seems like my camera just died. Let me just double check the camera. Does that work now? Nope. 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 All right, cool. That was great. Why it doesn't work? Oh, there we go. All right. So just got this. This is the closest thing I'll ever get to a PlayStation 5 this year, which is the PlayStation 5 controller. So I thought, why not do an unboxing now? So this is new. I completely did not get it. This is the worst way to unbox it too, but why not? Let's see. Boom, boom. So the reason why I bought this, just the controller, right? Just the controller is because you can play PC games with a controller, right? So, this is the new one. So got the unboxing experience. Ooh, this is actually heavy. It feels good. Feels good. Like I was like, I saw a lot of people raving about this one, right? So I bought it. I'm gonna use it to play games with my PC, right? But sometimes, like for Assassin's Creed and stuff, you'll actually want a cool, like a better. How this actually feels heavy. Like this is actually like for comparison, like so when I play games, I usually, if I need a controller, I have my PlayStation 4 controller, right? And this I feel like, dude, this is like at least 1.5x heavier, and it just feels it feels like it's weighted, which is great. Because I saw the reviews, they say there's a lot more precision on this, and you can connect this straight up to your PC. So technically speaking, you can just go USB Type-C cable, plug that in, and I'm just migrating to USB Type-C, plug that in, and play some Steam games. So I'm pretty excited for that. Actually, I just bought this yesterday. It seems pretty cool. Yeah, initial impressions, like this is made super well. So I think this is the closest I'll get to a PlayStation 5 this year. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. I'm just buying random stuff for myself this week. So Merry Christmas to me, I guess. So, anyways, that was that's the ending finale, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. See you guys next time. We also got Giovanni Torres says anyone who uses bots to order more than one PS5 is a douche. Exactly. Don't be a douche. So there you go. Black Film Guild says, when is crypto going back down at box mining? No one knows, man. No one knows. I don't like, maybe Chinese New Year can wait for a discount. But for the time being, I think we're at the start of something pretty crazy. So there you go, guys.